Welcome to the Church of St John the Evangelist, a Grade 2-star listed building in the parish of Northington in Hampshire. This church was commissioned by the 4th Lord Ashburton, Alexander, and his wife Leonora, who are depicted behind me in statues. No expense was spared on the building in both outside and inside. This church, which was consecrated in 1890, is one of the few churches in the United Kingdom that retained its candles. These are housed behind me in counterweighted candelabra. As you can imagine, this is a favourite place to get married, as the atmosphere is absolutely magic. This composition in the western end of the church is by Richard Westmacott, and it is the memorial to the Baring family, dated 1848. There are many memorials around the walls of this church, but the one that's worth mentioning is the one behind me. It is the grave marker to Guy Victor Baring. He was killed in the Battle of the Somme. He was a member of Parliament for Winchester, and he was 43 years of age. Both facts that meant that he didn't have to go, but he did, and he was killed. His wife and his sister, when the bodies were put into war memorial graves in France, and his is in Arras, then they were allowed to bring back the wooden grave markers. The organ was built by Charles Martin of Oxford for this church. It is maintained regularly and has just undergone a full restoration. The altar is surrounded by 12 stained glass windows, built by James Powell and Son in 1889 for this church. They depict the 12 apostles. The reredos behind the altar was carved by Émile Guillemot, a renowned French sculptor of the period. You will note that the tablecloth does not come to the floor, so you can see the feet of Jesus and the 12 disciples. This church is very large for such a rural location. It'll seat 220 people in pews that have a bespoke carving at each end. The architect for this church was Sir Thomas Graham Jackson. He was responsible for the exterior and the interior. The church was built from concrete, faced on the outside with flint and on the inside with stone. Both of the main doors are guarded by bears, an emblem of the Baring family. The church is a heritage concert venue. And apart from the monthly services and weddings, we encourage visitors to come, and it's free of charge. Thank you for watching. We really do look forward to seeing you here at St John's.